Hey, Rick.
Hey, Theo.
How's it going?
Pretty good. How are you?
It's good. I'm feeling better.
Good.
Yeah.
It's a pretty quick recovery, sounds like.
Yeah, well, I mean, I hope it doesn't get worse. I remember when I was at Kaiser, I remember there was like one illness that I had where like one night it was just really bad, and then the next day I thought I was over it, and I was thinking like that was the quickest virus like I've ever experienced. And then of course it was too good to be true, and then like for the next week I felt just as bad. But just
Yeah.
one of those days I felt like I had recovered, but I didn't. So I hope it's not that. We'll see.
Yeah. Hopefully not.
We'll see tomorrow. I guess tomorrow's the the day that tells you. Yeah, it's either I feel better tomorrow and it's probably over, or it'll come back.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I saw that you got like your screen to stream. Is that just a simple FFmpeg command on your computer? You choose
Uh,
the display.
yeah. It's, it required one extra thing. It is just an FFmpeg command. I kind of stuck it into I hacked this thing where if you run the send video Python script under Windows, it just does that. Just probably should be like a flagged option or something, but right now that's just what it does. So it did require one thing where it like turns there's this program that like creates a fake camera device that is actually your screen. So that was the only trick to make it work. So once that exists, then you just tell FFmpeg to use that camera as an input device,
Yeah.
and the screen is the input device.
Yeah, it'd be cool if we can move off of YouTube and just use our website.
Yeah.
We'd have to record the footage though, or at least I'd like to. But that might be
Yeah.
just as simple
I
as
mean,
a flag.
on that note, it wouldn't be that hard to record. I was actually starting to work on a little program, but anyways, it's the program necessary to do a recording is perhaps not so complicated if you subscribe to the stream and just dump it to a file. So if we wrote like a Node.js program that just subscribed as a user, as like a web user, and then just dump the stream to a file, then I think that's all you need for that.
Wait, say that again. Run the something as a web user, and then dump the stream to a file.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know exactly how it would work, but what I'm saying is the stream is going anyways. I mean, the stream is like always accessible via the stream server. So if we wrote a client that acted like sort of like a web client, but it wasn't like a web application at all. It was just like a tool that it connects to our stream server, and then when it receives the stream, instead of showing it, it just records it. Then we would be able to just easily record all the streams locally. I don't want to record them on AWS because you're just burning up cache basically doing that.
Yeah.
We could just record them onto like a portable hard drive locally or something.
I mean, from what I've heard though, like even if you have gigabytes and gigabytes of footage of like of disk space, that it doesn't amount to very much. I had a coworker back at ShipHawk who tried to start some kind of video like website, kind of like Netflix, so that he was handling just a ton of data. I mean, video data files, giant data files, and he said it was like negligible, the cost of storage.
It might be, man, but that's, let me put it like this, the easy way to do, I'm just saying it's the easy way to get it running is to just grab it onto our own system.
Yeah.
It's true if you move to like Glacier. It depends on how you use S3. So if you use the actual real hard drive on the machine, the EBS backed volumes, those things are like pretty expensive to keep running. And then S3 is much cheaper than that. And then Glacier is even cheaper than S3 with all of its restrictions. So yeah, if you actually had an intelligent system to like move things onto S3 and stuff, you might be okay. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I mean, a hard drive is basically free.
Yeah. Yeah, if we were to just save it onto our local hard drive, it's probably just a flag, right, on the ffmpeg command to record. Like you would run the ffmpeg command.
Well, it depends on where you're running. Like, this is the thing. Like, if you wanted to record it on the robot, that's one thing, which I don't think you should do. It's
No,
like,
I mean your screen. Like you're running the ffmpeg command on your computer, I'm assuming. Yeah. So there's probably just a flag that would then like also record it onto your hard drive, onto your computer's hard drive.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. If I were just capturing the screen, that's easy.
Yeah.
It's a little more tricky to capture the robot stream, but yeah, you're right. If we were just doing screen capture, I think you can just tell ffmpeg to like output it simultaneously to a file and a stream.
Yeah, probably. All right. Well, is there anything you wanted to pair program on specifically?
Well, yeah, I've got restoring features, WordPress efficiency, and donation info as some items. Also, like, anyways, this daily challenge seems like a pretty good idea too. I don't know, some of the users just whatever. That's like going all over the place. think we should focus on restoring the features first.
Yeah. This looks pretty cool.
Let me see what we've got written down in Pivotal.
Well, I'm working on the X control thing, so you can join me on that.
Okay.
Um, okay. Oh yeah. So where I was um, yeah. So here, it used to be like. Well, here, let me step back a little bit. Yeah. So here now, when this function is invoked, which is when there's a socket message like request exclusive control, it'll go to this. I can show you that right here. So when this message happens, it goes to this function, and then in here, what I changed was I just added this part. So basically, or this part here. Oops. So basically, it just inserts a document into the globals table, and it just has a name field, which is exclusive control, and then it has a value field, which is an object, and the object is just going to be just a map of robot IDs to sessions, basically. So that's all that this is doing. So if we have that, then we can query. So we can query for it. So when we do the check for whether a user is blocked by exclusive control, instead of looking in that globals variable that used to or where it used to look, it's gonna query the database for that exclusive control document, and then it does similar logic. So actually this part we should get rid of, but I just kind of copied it from how it was, but not sure why you put this in there. So like if the user is not logged in, they were considered blocked by exclusive control. So if the user was not logged in, it was effectively like somebody was exclusively controlling it, whether that was true or not. This part. But I think we can get rid of this.
The logic was if they're not logged in, then that counts as them. Well, I mean, I don't know what. I mean, I don't remember the code, but I remember the logic, which is that if you're not logged in, then you can't control it when it's under exclusive control.
Yeah, that's kind of weird. Okay.
Why would that be weird, though?
No, I mean, like the way it's written, it doesn't. Wait, robot in global dot value. Okay, well, the way I thought it was written, it seemed like if you're not logged in, you would be blocked, as if somebody were exclusively controlling the robot, regardless of whether somebody actually was or not. It was just like a quick shortcut. If you're not logged in, then you can't control, basically. That's what it seemed like. Is that right? Maybe I'm misinterpreting it.
I mean, I'm just saying the behavior of the system was again, I don't even remember the code, but the behavior was that if you're, there were a couple different things. There was like, I mean, there was one thing where like if you're not logged in, then people who are logged in will block your movement. And then there was another thing which was this exclusive control where one person takes over and blocks
Yeah.
everybody else.
Yeah. Okay. Well, let's simplify it to that because I don't know what the rest of this logic is doing. So I'm just gonna get rid of this. I think it's enough. Oops. What happened? Okay. I think it's enough if we just do. So if in that global. Oh, well, this has to be different. What's happening here? The global dot value dot robot ID. So if it
The point is, if you don't have the, what this is saying is, if you're not the right user, then you're blocked. But if you're anonymous, you're also blocked. That's why that other statement is there. You can't like take exclusive control just because you didn't log in.
take exclusive control. Okay, so I didn't read it as like whether
You can't interfere with somebody exclusive controlling just because you don't have a session profile because you didn't log in. You've got to still be blocked.
still be blocked. Okay.
That session.passport.user isn't even accessible if you're not logged in.
Yeah. Okay. Hold on. Okay. Then this is okay. Okay. Then this is where where I'm confused about. So it used to be up here that this. I mean, this was commented out until like today. So it was like this. But anyway, so it used to be that if you were not okay, if you were blocked, what it would do is it would emit this exclusive user active event, and what this would do is show the I think it would show that little pop-up or the modal or some kind of message
Yeah.
that says like you're blocked. So doesn't that mean then that if you're not logged in, it would come here and you would see like you're blocked by an exclusive user, but it didn't even check whether there was an exclusive user active yet.
Let's go back to the logic we were just looking at for a second. I mean, if this, okay, so what does session.passport.user evaluate to if you're not logged in? I think that's just an error in the code that's going to cause it to crash. But what do you think that evaluates?
I don't know. Let's just say it's undefined.
Yeah, so if it's undefined, then global.value.remote.user, what would that value be if it's not under exclusive control?
If it's not under, well, okay. I mean, so there's a little more to say here. Like right now, it'll be whoever last X controlled that robot ID. It doesn't like wipe out records like once their time is up. So it'll still be whoever. So really, I mean, we would need to add another, condition like make sure that the time is within the time that they have for their exclusive control. But let's just put that aside for now. I mean, so basically, it just checks whether whether the logged in user is the user that has exclusive control of that robot ID. If so, then return true, or if so, hold on, I'm getting the logic backwards. Anyway, if it's not the user, then return true. Otherwise, return false. Okay, it used to be like this. Oops. So it used to do, it would, is the robot ID in the global's key value map of robot IDs and users. So
this thing is only, I mean, I think the way, I mean, again, I don't remember the code, but I think the way this works is like, Like if there's nobody exclusively controlling the robot, then basically none of this logic applies. But if there is somebody currently exclusively controlling the robot, then the logic is first check to see if the passport object exists in the session, then check to see if the user exists in the session.passport object, and then you can safely do this access session.passport.user without crashing the program. So that was the point of all those other things. Just to make the program not crash when you try to access session.passport.user.
Okay. Okay. Not exclusive pass. Oh. Wait. Oh, okay. Okay, I think I see. Huh. Well, I'm not sure I see anymore. I mean, here, let's compare it to production. I'll show you. All right, so this is production on the left. All right. So this is all inside of like command to robot. This thing right here. All right, so when one of those movement buttons are pressed, it'll eventually get here, and it'll check, is the user blocked by exclusive?
Okay.
Hold on. So that would go here. That would check that global variable. Okay, so if let's say you're not logged in, then it's going to return true. User blocked by exclusive is true. So that means this would be true. Okay. Not exclusive pass. Wait. Oh, well, it'd be false because there's that negation. Not exclusive pass.
Yeah.
So that's false.
I mean, it's a good question. But I mean, I remember that it worked. You know what I mean? It wasn't like rejecting everybody.
Yeah.
Who is not logged in. So, I mean, there's something that we're not reading.
What I also don't understand that maybe you remember is this part is commented out on production, like so, and I can't find anywhere where this exclusive user active variable or event is emitted. So, and I think this is the only event that would cause that message to appear.
Yeah, that should be there again when you do it. Here's what I was trying to do that I didn't do. That's why this is a little confusing. It's like I was trying to move the checks into that dictionary, but then I never finished doing it. So I don't like this whole nested else with different things happening after each one of the else's. It's like really hard to read.
Yeah.
So,
do you know if it's working on production right now? I mean, on the old site?
I think the behavior's correct, but I mean, if that is commented out like that, then no, it's not going to like emit any. It's not going to actually give you the message anymore.
Well, yeah, I just thought maybe we're looking in the wrong place. Maybe it does it somewhere else, or maybe you changed the name of the event or something. So it's not working.
Is there anywhere else where it says exclusive user active, or is that the only occurrence?
That's it. I mean, in this file, that's it. But maybe it's...
Yeah, and it's just not there. Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, I forgot that I had taken that out without putting it back, actually.
Okay. All right. Okay, then that's a little more clear. Anyway, let's continue just re-implementing it or fixing it. All right, so here...
All I'm saying is those extra checks are necessary to stop the program from crashing.
Yeah.
But think through the logic I mean, we can still make sure that it only activates when another user is
Yeah.
actually under exclusive control, which has to do with that timing stuff you're talking about, which isn't there yet.
Timing? Oh, yeah. Um, yeah, that's not there yet. Hold on. Okay, so so right now it's going to go into here, right here. Um, well, do we even need that anymore? Because we have this. Okay, I'm not gonna look at this line. I'm gonna just pay attention to this line instead, because I commented in that line. So it's gonna look at that, or it's gonna go to that function.
And yeah, that's redundant now. That if Yeah, I was just kind of like halfway through changing things, so I wasn't deleting the conditions yet.
Well, this part may be redundant, but I want to keep that instead of this part because at the end of that else, the one that's connected to that, we do that emit exclusive user active thing. Whereas if we keep the movement checks thing in this all checks pass thing, nowhere do we emit that. So we'd have to figure out a way to do that.
Yeah, but it's easy. You just say if. I mean, that's what I was thinking. That it'd be better to just do if movement checks mumble than emit that message. It's actually easier to read than all this if else stuff.
All checks pass.
Don't use all. I mean, if all checks pass is just to see if it moves, but if you want to emit the message, it's like if movement checks not exclusive pass, then emit message. Then you don't need the else thing.
Okay, where would that be? Where
Like one line up.
Right here.
Yeah. If movement checks.
Can I do not? Can I do dot? Probably, I don't know. Exclusive pass. Wait, not exclusive pass.
I guess it's if not movement checks not exclusive pass.
Not.
All these conditions are kind of funny looking because they're positive. They're all like positive. They're like these are the go things.
Yeah, I have like Boolean dyslexia. It's always hard for me to negate things many times over.
No problem. It's pretty weird.
Okay, let's get rid of this then. All right, I'm gonna get rid of this. Okay, I think we're good. Okay.
And then eventually we can get rid of the no registered user thing and get rid of all those nested things eventually, but we don't have to right now.
Yeah. Okay. So if you're not a logged in user, then when it gets here, like you won't have, or user won't be in session.passport. Passport in session. It'll fail at least here. So it'll return true, so meaning the user is blocked by exclusive. So that means the value for this key will be false. So if true, that means this will be true, and it'll emit. So if you're not logged in, it will emit exclusive user active currently.
Yeah, that's basically right. If you're not logged in and the time is still, you gotta consider that we haven't put the time thing in. So we're also assuming that the time is still active for an exclusive controlling user. So if
Huh.
that's active and you're not logged in, then you should be blocked.
Oh, okay. Wait. Should be blocked. Okay. Okay. Well, like, so if we pause right here, then I put in some other code that basically should show a modal, but I mean, it should show a modal if this evaluates to whatever that you're blocked. If you're blocked by an exclusive user, it should display like a pop-up, which we can change later. Maybe it's not so good as a pop-up. Maybe it should just be like a toast, or I don't know, some other less obtrusive message.
Yeah, so it wasn't a pop. That's why I didn't use a pop-up. I just turned an element on in the DOM that gave them a message and then automatically turned it off after a certain number of seconds.
Yeah.
So it didn't interfere with them controlling it.
I mean, we can do the same thing, but what I'm confused about is why it's not showing up. So that's where I was currently debugging. It's not showing up as if this is not being emitted. So I'm just gonna put the word Theodore in here, just so put it here. How about this? I'll just change it to. So somewhere in here, there's a listener exclusive user active, and if that's called, it's going to call this method open exclusive control active modal, which that's found in here. Yeah, here, and there's a debugger in there, so it should hit our debugger. I guess we don't need to do that. What the heck? What happened to the button? Wait. Oh. Oh man. Alright, so if I do by X control on Marvin.
Theo, by the way, just to solve this mystery of what's going on with the exclusive control logged in user stuff, I'm looking at my code for app.js. So before it gets to the passport session stuff, it says if robot ID and global exclusive control.
Yeah.
And that's where it's essentially saying if that ID is only going to be there if somebody is actually actively exclusively controlling.
Really?
So
okay.
It's so that's where it's basically saying if somebody's actively exclusively controlling, here's the logic.
In there you also put in the time, right? Like you put in the end time of when their exclusive control should last until. So okay, I mean, so somewhere in the code you delete those records once their time is up.
Yeah, I mean that ID is only in that global exclusive control dictionary if they're active.
Okay.
It'd be let me see. I think it's a dictionary. Let's global. Yeah, it's a dictionary. probably has the time for each robot. It's a dictionary because each robot has its own exclusive control. And I don't remember exactly what I put, but I probably have
No,
medium
I know what
time
it
or
is.
something.
I know what it
You
is.
remember what it
I mean,
is?
I'm looking at it right here. Or I mean, I copied it from what this is the database, but it's basically what the global variable was. It's just basically a hash map of the robot ID keys, and the values were the user and the end time.
Yeah. So yeah, I've got something that just removes it when it's over.
Okay. Okay. All right. Well, that clears that up. Um, all right. So if I click this, Marvin, I think we just
At
checked.
least I guess I do. I hope so.
Yeah, probably. Whoa. Okay. Anyway, this one of these are Marvin's IDs, probably. Anyway, so now that that value exists, if we try to move it as a non-logged in user, I don't understand why it's not hitting that debugger. Yeah, see, I'm clicking. The last place we got was, whoa, before return false. Before return false. Oops. So it's returning false here.
I'll be right back 1 minute.
Wait, what? Huh. One 146 183 is not in that. What? All right. Well, here's something confusing. Maybe that you can help me see that I can't. Uh, so right here, I check, or yeah, uh, we check whether the robot ID is in the global dot value. That's an object, JSON object. And I've console logged the robot ID and then the global dot value. So you can see here, this is the robot ID. This is global dot value. It has that ID in it, yet it does not go into this. Well, I guess we can't be sure, but I feel like it's. Oh well, okay, maybe it is. Here, let's put in another check here then. Passport. Oh, you know what? Yeah, that's probably it. What? Okay, it's confusing. Wait, that's. I think what I said was right because. Oh wait. Okay, so we see before passport in session. We see before user in passport. Before user. Oh, so it does go in here. My bad. It does go in there. That makes sense. So here, it doesn't. It is not. Well, this part's wrong.
Yeah, I don't know what global on value is for one, but
Global dot value is this.
oh, okay.
That's basically just the value in the database right here. Name, value. Name is exclusive control. The value is an object. Robot IDs and user and end time. Hold on, we're getting close. So, I mean, this part won't evaluate, or this part won't match because the user is not logged in. So if it does not, oh man, these negations. Okay, so if it does not match, then it should evaluate to true and return true, right? It's not logged in. Oh, but what's
Yeah, you're blocked. So if it doesn't match, then you're blocked. That's what the line is saying.
doesn't match anymore? Yeah. It's not. I just realized it's not getting to that line even because here the last thing we see is this before user in passport, which means
It's okay if it short circuits. That's what those are for, so you don't crash the program because you're not logged in.
yeah, I'm not logged in, so it's returning true.
Return true, which is correct, and you should get some kind of blocked message.
So yeah, so it should return true, which means our little piece that we put in here should have emitted this thing, but we don't see this message nor this message. So movement checks not exclusive pass. I guess we could console log that out. Movement checks not these negations, man. Not exclusive pass. Okay. Okay. So wait. So it's gonna return true. So that'll be false. So maybe that should be. Maybe we should remove a negation here. Maybe that's what's wrong.
No, I think we got it right. I mean, it's basically a double negative. So it's turning into if user is blocked, then send the message, which is correct. So I think we've got it good.
Okay. So this thing returned true, right? Because the user was. Oops. this thing returned true because the user was not logged in, and it gets negated here. So
Yeah.
now this is false. So we negate again. So now it's true. Oh yeah, so it's true. So it
I
should
mean,
have
here,
emitted
just to
this.
make this, because I know there's a lot of negations, but the way that I think about it is, so all of these checks are designed so that, like, it's designed so that the check has to be true for you to do the thing, and then if it's false, you can't move. So that's
True.
so then once you like just keep that framework in mind, it all becomes easier. It's just saying if something did not pass, then send a message about that thing. So if that check did not pass, then send the user a message.
Right.
And all of them should be set up like that so that anytime one of those things is not passing, then the user gets some kind of feedback.
Uh-huh. All right. I mean, we've got to be off by negation though
Yeah,
still,
I guess something's wrong. But yeah, go ahead.
because
Let's
because
do
we're
this
not seeing
console
this.
log thing like you were doing. Let's see what's going on.
Okay. Yeah.
Sometimes it's like something's undefined and it turns out that it's, you know what I'm saying? It's like, it's not
Yeah.
always true or false. It'll be like undefined and then interpreted as false or crap like that.
Maybe. Let's see if that's the case. So Marvin, okay. I'm gonna click move. Wait. Still, this is the last thing we see. How is that possible? How is it not getting here? The heck? Maybe is it the way the heck? It's not logging this out. So maybe it's, I mean, are we allowed to use returns like this? Does that not return out of the out of everything?
Yeah, it returns out the whole function.
Just the one function though, right?
Where is it? So
So
what's going on? Like, what is?
so we should be seeing this console log message. Okay, hold on. So we go into this. We know.
Saying it's not reaching the console.log mumble mumble.
Yeah.
Theodore movement.
Yeah, it's not reaching that. I mean, what could it be but like in here? I mean,
Well, it'd have to like crash the program, or no way for that to stop it.
well, it's not.
that I can
It's
think
not
of.
crashed. Okay, that's weird. What the heck? Yeah, I don't know. How is that possible? This is just a hash or an object, 3 keys, and it evaluates 3 different functions to obtain the values for them. And each of those functions, they follow the same pattern. It's like it returns true or false.
Well, I mean, let's just kind of do it the long way. This should work. I mean, just let's put an output at the beginning of each one of these, like user blocked, waiting for, and no register. Let's just put like a console log at the beginning of each one of those functions, and then a console log before and after that
Okay, well,
little block, and then we'll know where it died.
all right. Well, there's already a console log for this one, and we did not see this. Okay. It's weird. So this one says, wait, let's use Marvin. Okay, so it says before user in passport. That is really confusing. So that appears only here before user in passport. And we don't see this either, so it must mean that it's returning true there. Yeah, it's returning true there. If it returns true there, then it should go into this next, which has a console log at the beginning of it, but we don't see that. That's confusing. Those are the only places that...
Let's just put a console log before the movement checks equals. I mean, I don't even care if these things are true or false right now. I just want to understand like what's going on with the control flow. Let's just console log here, and then like right after movement checks, let's console log out the movement check structure, like JSON.stringify the whole movement check structure.
Okay. Let me go to Marvin. Yeah, same thing. Before user in passport. Wait, but you know what? Okay, so here's before movement checks.
So did it? So before movement. Okay, that did show up?
Yeah, this shows up, and then
And then did the next? I guess movement checks did not show up, or did it?
this no, it did not show up. Oops. Oh, what the heck? What happened to it? So before movement checks shows up. Oh yeah, movement checks does show up right here. Non-exclusive pass true.
And all of them are true. Not exclusive pass.
Oh wait, this is... Let's get rid of that.
Okay, so it returned, which means the thing returned false. So the user blocked by exclusive returned false. So let's see why the user blocked by exclusive returned false.
Well, because it wasn't logged in, or I wasn't logged in. So there was no user in session.
Yeah, but let's see. If you're not logged, I mean, well, what did you want it to return? Is that right or wrong? I mean,
No,
it's
it's
not
right.
implemented yet, right?
It's right.
It's right.
It's
Okay.
right. But what I'm confused about is why it's not emitting that one thing. Hold on. So what I was confused about was why it's not emitting.
All the logic is it's not supposed to emit it
Oh, right,
in
right here
this.
actually. Why it's not emitting this? That's what I was confused about.
Are you simulating the case? So I think you want to simulate a case where there is somebody exclusively controlling, and an unregistered user tries to control it. Okay.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Right now, I think we are
So
essentially
let's look at the
simulating.
logic and see if that's actually what we're doing. Do we have the logic in place to actually do that right? I don't think so. Like to actually see, how are you checking to see that a registered? I mean, how are you checking to see that a user is currently active on exclusive control?
We're checking the database. We're checking the hash in the database. So besides the whole duration part, we're checking the database in this globals table whether um, there's a robot ID or whether that robot ID has a user that matches your user. Well, yeah.
It doesn't have. What do you mean? Well,
Well,
well, can I just see like the statement that checks to see if there's another, there is some user that's currently active on exclusive control?
there is a user that's currently active. Okay. This part?
No, I mean it's the if robot in global dot value, but if you're doing that differently, then it has to be implemented differently. I mean, if okay, maybe it's already there. I don't know. I mean, so you're saying if robot in global dot value, that means that robot
Mm-hmm.
ID is occupied by some user.
For now, yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, let's print out that if robot ID in global value. Let's get a console log on that. Just the robot ID in global value, global dot value.
Sure. I did it up here, but we can do it again.
Oh, you've already got it.
Well, yeah, I mean, you have to manually compare it, but we can do it that way. We can do it this way. Robot ID in global dot value. So we're looking for what? Global robot. What? What are we looking for? We're looking for robot in global
ID
value.
in global value.
Oh, right here. Robot in global value is true.
Okay,
You
so
know what's
return
interesting though?
value.
What's interesting that wait, what is this? Oh, okay. That's fine. Yeah, so it's true. It's true. So it should be being exclusively controlled, which is correct so far. It fails, I mean, it returns here. Pretty sure it returns here because there, I'm not logged in. Wait, let's check. Am I logged in? No, I'm not logged in. So it returns true there. Returns true. Yeah, so that makes sense so far. Returns true because you're not logged in and somebody is exclusively controlling Marvin. So
Yeah, but this function is returning false for some reason. That's the discrepancy.
do you see that somewhere in the logs?
Yeah.
Where exactly?
In the dictionary of check values, they're all true,
The dictionary of this.
which means that function returned false.
Oh, yeah. Function returned false. The heck? Oh, you know what? You know what? I think I know what it is. It's this return here. This is just gonna return out of the query, the MongoDB query, and then it's gonna ultimately, well, it will always come here.
Yeah,
Then
those are
next,
returned inside. Yeah,
it's
that,
gonna
I
go
did
to
that
return
notice.
false.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because the return got stuck inside of that
Yeah.
function. Yeah, because of the database access. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Um. Yeah.
So what we want to do is instead of return, just set a variable, and then I guess we got to do this carefully because we're like inside of a bunch of closures and crap.
Yeah. Yeah. Wait, is that the best way? I mean, why not just do an
Actually,
if else?
I mean, the
Else
whole
if.
logic of this is kind of wrong because you
Oh, I guess we can.
can't access a database like this asynchronously and then actually return the value correctly. You get the value like this function. This whole function like returns this value before that database even gets access. The whole user blocked function is going to return a value before it even gets the thing back from the database.
Yeah. That's true. Huh. I mean, is there a way we can use like this would really simplify things if we can use I think it's called yield.
I mean, kind of. I mean, you almost should. I mean, I really think we should just use a different language, honestly, to get rid of this whole.
For sure. I mean, that's why we have Dave Kaus. I think I told you yesterday he sent sort of a prototype of our server in Erlang/Elixir. But I asked him if he could make it so that you can communicate with the server with WebSockets, just any test WebSocket message. He did that, but in the original in the instructions I had said socket IO messages, which I think are different to interface with than normal WebSocket messages, and he didn't do the socket IO, so I messaged him back saying if he could do it with socket IO. But anyway, I totally agree.
Like, what did he actually implement? Like, I just mean the scope. What was the scope of his implementation?
Just a server that could accept WebSocket messages.
Oh.
Which is a lot.
Echo the message.
Basically, echoes the message. Yeah, exactly. But that is like a lot, like 10 times easier. I'm just picking that number out of a hat. But then in working with socket IO, that's a huge difference. That's a material difference. So I don't know, like what he did. It will be usable because we also work with just plain WebSocket. But what I had trouble implementing when I tried it was the socket IO part. That part is hard, I think, because there's like some handshake process. I don't know, something that socket IO does. But anyway, I think he might be working on the socket IO interfacing. I'm not sure, but it'd be great man, if we could switch this over to Elixir, I mean, just for my own personal like enjoyment, it'd be great. It'd be fun. Um, yeah, I'm sure John Tran would like that too. But oh yeah, hold on. Let's look at the.
What do they use? Is there like, does Elixir have like its version of Socket.io or something, or is it just not exist yet?
It might.
I mean, I
don't
know
know.
that it has this like half-baked Socket.io implementation. I just mean, does it have like yet another thing that people use, or they just use bare WebSockets when they use Elixir?
I don't know. I have no idea. I have no idea. Looks like there are some. I don't know, Socket.io wrappers. I guess that's what these are. I'm not sure.
I don't know. Anyway, yeah, there is a Socket.io thing in there, so I guess we could just use that. I remember reading that they stopped supporting it, but I mean, theoretically, it might work anyway. If
Yeah, I don't know.
Anyways, I wouldn't be opposed to just using. I don't know. It's weird because Node is a very popular language. I don't know why exactly, but it's like it's
It's
gaining
fashion.
traction more and more. Uh, Displacing PHP, I think, and even Ruby on Rails probably.
Yeah.
But anyways, for now, let's just write this thing. Usually, you've got to just be careful with the way that they're nested. You can try to like get around this problem, but you can never really do it in a really super clean way. I mean, you can set up a yield, which is a whole different ball game, but it's like
Well, how hard is it to
still
set up a
not as
yield?
simple as just saying, "Hey, give me this thing from the database," and then it gives it to you, and waits and gives it to you.
Well, it might be super simple to use the yield. I mean, look at this. If we can just like type this in and have it work, that's perfect. That's exactly what we're trying to do. They're querying a MongoDB database. Just yield and then your query thing. And it should wait for that to come back. But what do you need to...
Yeah, but you have to set up a thing so that yield actually works.
Yeah, you have to set up a generator function. Um... Have you looked into this before?
Just a little bit. Not, I mean, not in depth. I just looked to see if it really did something synchronously, and it kind of. I mean, it's just like a hack of using a yield to kind of simulate a synchronous call, but it's still just a hack. So to me, it's easier to just use the asynchronous mindset. We just need to make it so that when the database call comes back, that's when it. I mean, you got to make it so that it's got this information from the database when it does all of these checks and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Yeah, let's do it this way then. Let's pass in what? Let's pass in, I guess, just call it.
Come back to the function that calls this. We need to go back. We need to like take a step back into the
Yeah.
thing that calls this user block by exclusive mumble.
Oh man. Put in another one, I guess. Another one. Okay, so now we have access to global. I'm just gonna pass that in here. It should work, just like that.
Why is that thing named global? That's so strange.
I
Like,
guess we can call it exclusive control.
okay,
It's a global
yeah,
record, that's why.
much better. Well, you mean it's global? I mean, what is like? Does the global variable contain like all possible
No,
things, or just the exclusive control one?
just the exclusive control one.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, you're right. It's bad. It was a bad name. What happened here? So I need one more. I need to close that curly brace. Somewhere here.
So it looks like you're already grabbing that, which is good.
Whoa. It's kind of off. Something's off. Oh, this might. What?
So you've already grabbed that object. And you grabbed it here, so we don't need to grab it inside the function, right? So we're good. We just can pass it. Am I missing something, or?
No, I've already passed it. Yeah. So we grabbed it, and then I passed it here. Right, and then inside that function, oh, I guess we have to rename some stuff. Exclusive control. Dot value. Dot value. Should be it. Although I feel like there's probably a syntax error. No, nice. Nice. Okay, great. It hit my debugger now. Let's see if it shows that pop up. No. But something else broke. Oh, okay. I know what this problem is. Alright. I think we fixed that for now. So now the other problem, or not, it's not a big problem. It's just a syntax error. Yeah. So here we're passing, we need to pass it a JSON object. I wonder if it's just because I'm missing behind this. No, I mean, okay, I'll be surprised if that works, but I think I know what the proper way to fix it is. Oops, what? Okay. Alright, so that did not work. So let's make just a function in here. Just call it. What does it need? I think it needs the robot ID. Let me check. Doesn't really need anything. Yeah, it doesn't need anything. Let's just pass it nothing, I guess. Oops. Or maybe we can pass an empty object.
Oh, finish. Control active mode.
Okay, we're still getting the error. Actions must be plain objects. So usually when I see that error, hold on, it's pointing us here. Yeah, usually when I see the error, it just means that you're not passing that action a JSON object, but we are. I think. We're passing it an empty JSON object, just like this one here. Okay, well, hold on. Let's go back into that debugger. That'll tell us. So, what is data? Yeah, data is an object, right? Actions must be plain objects. Oh. Wait. Okay. Hold on. Move this. No, it might be because we're not. It might be because of this debugger here. I'm not returning anything because of that debugger.
I don't know. I'll do some Googling since I'm not really sure what.
Okay, well, I think we fixed it.
You...
Yeah, that was it. I'm pretty sure that was it.
Okay.
There we go. User has exclusive control of the robot right now.
Okay, cool.
Oh, it doesn't close though. Something is not a function. So where's that coming from? Close something or another. Close exclusive. Close exclusive control active modal is not a function, it says. It's not a function. It's not a function because what? Okay, let's see if we export it correctly. Oh, that's probably why, because we don't even have it in here. We don't export it at all. Close exclusive. I'm gonna do a search for close exe. Yeah, it doesn't exist. That's why. Close. Oops. All right. So that should close it. But so yeah, instead of this pop-up, we can make it like what you were saying, like a div or something, or a span maybe, or not a span, a div above the video, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe on top of the video, or maybe on top of the movement buttons. Okay. All right. So if we want to make that a div or something, I don't know, where should the div be, or should it be a div? Maybe we can gray out the movement buttons or something. Gray out the movement buttons, and maybe it could just be like some text above the buttons. Or maybe it can be a toast. I don't know if you know what a toast is. It's like
no. What is a toast?
toast
I
is
might
a
know. I don't know.
toast is just like a little thing that comes down from the top of the screen, just like a little bit of text that kind of drops down for a second and then it disappears. Here, let's see.
Yeah, that sounds perfect. I mean, that's
Okay, let's see if React has toast that we can use. React toast. Oh, that's their toast. It comes in the right hand corner. It's kind of a. Oh, maybe we can just move it with some styling. We can move it to the middle of the screen. It's kind of cool though how it bounces.
does it like. So I mean, it doesn't. The key thing is that it should not block your normal control. As far as I can tell, it's okay.
I wonder if it fades.
Although it wasn't what I was thinking. It's like a small pop-up window.
Yeah. Let's try something else. Let's try this one. There's no demo for this one though. I mean, I wonder if we can just customize this toast to sort of disappear or or to fade away by itself, and also to appear more in the middle of the screen. So there's a timeout. Yeah, how about we do a automatic timeout? It says set the time after which the toast message should automatically close, and I'm sure we could easily move it towards the center.
Yeah. It should time out pretty quickly because
Yeah.
you don't need to be there for like a couple seconds for them to just get the idea
Yeah.
that it's blocked.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. I'm just trying to read how to use it. So if we install it, if we npm install it, then we just do this. We just do toast container. Oh, toast top right. We can do toast top center, and then add a timeout. That should be it. Okay. It's called React Toaster. React Toaster. Toast container. Okay. Oh. Okay, I'm not sure about the style sheets. I'll just add them here just as a hack for now. Link. Okay, so now so let's see. So what toggles the display on or off? Let's see. This dot add on click. This dot add alert. What is add alert? Add alert. I'm not sure what this add alert thing is. Let's see if there's a demo source code. Okay. Add alert. All right, let's start from the main view. So here, okay, we're gonna need all of these things. Let's use the import syntax. It's better. React toaster. React toaster. Toast. Oops. Container. All right. Toast container equals React. Oh, I see. I bet I can just do this. Toast container. Do I need the toaster thing? Oh man, alright, whatever. Let's just copy this. Okay. Just call it toast container. Toast message factory. Toast message factory. And then the class name. Let's do right for now. Top right, just in case top center is not a thing. Okay, so that includes the toast container on this page. Now we just have to have something invoke it.
Okay.
This is use it by retaining a ref to publish a new toast message. Retaining a ref to publish a new toast message. Oh, I think I get it. I think, so we have the container. So this is just some container or div on the top right hand side of the page. So now, if we somehow call this dot refs dot container dot success, we'll probably add like one toast to the stack, and it'll display it. So they're invoking it by by whenever this function add alert is called. So we can invoke it however we want. So we want to invoke it when the X control Boolean is like true or false, or whatever it was. So let me get rid of that exclusive control active modal first. Instead, let's see. Okay, I wonder if I. So this should appear when they click on the movement buttons. Okay. I forgot. Here they are. Alright, so here are the movement buttons. So when the movement buttons get clicked, and when the state is that there is an X controller, then it should do something.
No, it's just when you receive that message, then.
Oh yeah. Just whenever you see that, where you receive that message. Oh yeah. Oh, okay. Then how about we already have a socket.on here. Okay, then how about just whenever this happens, whenever a message, the exclusive user active message is received, then we just do like something exactly like this.
Yeah.
So
I really wanted to keep adding more and more alerts, but we can start with this anyway.
Yeah. Const add alert. I'm just gonna make it ES6 like. Okay. Add alert. So when that happens. Oops. Jesus. Changed. What? Hold on, my Vim is going crazy. Change till no end. Add alert. Find this. It's gonna find. Oh, I think I named it toast container, not just container. Where did it go? Somewhere down here. Yeah, I named it. The ref is called toast container, not just container. So here should be toast container. Then do this dot success thing. Then I guess we can change this. We can change that verbiage later. I don't know, robot exclusively controlled.
Just put another user.
All right, let's see if that even compiles. Cannot read property success. Right here, cannot read property success of what? Of undefined. Refs, this dot refs dot toast container. It's not a thing. What? Hold on, I've used refs before. I think I used refs in here. Here, volume slider was ref. This dot refs. Oh, is it refs plural? Oh, it is plural. This dot refs. And what is this window dot open YouTube? Is that a Rickroll? Like why would it possibly link us to a YouTube video here? What? That's weird. I don't know, it's just in their code. They have a YouTube video in there somewhere. It's weird. We can get rid of that. That's really weird. Oh, you know what? It's because this refs, isn't it like, because we have to bind it one more level deep? Like, this is what referring to this add alert function, isn't it? No, because we send it this component already when we do bind dot this there. Yeah. Flash movement colors. This dot refs. Well, what the heck? Let's change this to container. Let's change the other thing to container. Huh. It's weird. I'm gonna put a debugger there and just want to see what this is. Okay, so this dot refs has nothing in it. This dot refs has nothing in it. This is main page main view. It has props. It has like some context thing. Okay, it may just be that we're like calling it too early, like before it's loaded the refs, because we call this dot refs in other places here, and that's totally fine. So it must be that it just hasn't like loaded yet. Component did mount. Huh. Okay, I think we're trying to access the references before component has loaded, which is kind of hard to believe considering all that code is inside of a component did mount callback. So this callback should only be called once everything's finished rendering. Yet it can't. It doesn't know what this start refs is. I mean, I have a weird feeling it's that it's just the too many nested functions. Here, let's just try it like this instead. Let's just do. Wait, do we even need a function here? Why can't we just call code? I'm not sure how that works. I guess we can't.
Well, why do you have like this dot props dot main page reducer, and then down here you've got a function, and you're referring to this, like, why?
A function.
I mean, you did it without a function up there, so why are you doing
Well,
it with?
Yeah, I did it without a function up here because that's an emit. So I just need to pass it some data to use as a parameter for that emit. Like it'll pass along that data to whatever's receiving that emit. But when I think when you do socket.ons, the second parameter has to be a function, I think.
Okay. Yeah, that's true. I wasn't even paying attention. Socket.
Yeah, huh. Still confused. I mean, what a simple thing that we're stuck on. It's just this dot refs is empty, even though.
Well, I mean, the system can empty that. I mean, the system can do whatever it wants. They can empty that out or whatever before that thing gets called. I don't really know how all this stuff works.
Well, this component did update callback. This should only be called once everything is rendered. So everything here like happens, gets executed, then I believe then after that then this function gets called, and during that rendering it's going to establish these refs or these divs, I suppose, and if you give it a ref tag.
What is this ref thing?
It's just like a way to reference divs. So if you give any what do you call it? Element? What are these tags called? If you give any tag a ref attribute, you should be able to access it doing like this dot refs and then just call like whatever you named your ref, and then you're basically have access to that component or that tag, and then you can do whatever you want with it. I mean, we did that for the volume slider, if you remember. Like,
all right, well, let's just call a function that does like console.log I got called with nothing else.
That's a
then
good
let's
idea.
see what this object actually looks like after we do that.
Yeah, well, I guess we did do that. We have a debugger in here, and this object looks like it's basically the main page main view component.
Is that the right thing?
It's the right thing, yeah. So here, I hit that debugger once I clicked one of these movement buttons. If I do this, it's the main page main view component, and this dot refs is empty. Whoa, now it's not empty. Well, now it works. What the heck? Now it works. Yeah, there you go. There's the toast. I don't know what changed. I don't think anything changed. Let's try that again. Maybe I just didn't compile. Maybe I was like too quick to test before it even compiled. Doesn't make sense. I don't know. Just a glitch in the matrix, I guess. So if I click this, I still have a debugger in there, but here, let me get rid of that. I should have a 3-second timeout. So 1, 2, 3.
Cool.
Yeah, it's pretty cool, I guess. We can move it to the middle, I think, pretty easily. Where am I? Oh, what happened to my terminals? Oh boy.
It's actually not bad. I mean, it might be all right over there on that side. I don't know. Doesn't need to be. I mean, it should not be blocking the view. And over to the side, it's not, which is kind of good.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that's pretty reasonable, even as it is.
Yeah, we can make the color maybe different, more like an alert. Maybe we can make the checkbox an X or something. And it's doing this weird like fade thing. It kind of fades.
I like my fades are. I actually was using a fade even before. I think that's good.
Well, I mean, like it doesn't really fade. It just turns transparent after a little bit.
It's like a halfway fade.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. Let's see. Is it like fully implemented in terms of functionality now?
Yeah, basically. Oh, you mean X control in general? No, it's not. We don't have the duration in there.
Well, let's just get that going. Let's just get it working now. I mean, and then do. I mean, I think we should restore all features and then polish their appearance.
Yeah. Yeah. Hold on. Robot is being exclusively controlled. Another user is exclusively controlling the robot right now. Okay, I guess we can just leave it like that. It's fine. Timeout, maybe 2 seconds. And then, okay, yeah, that's fine. We can leave it like that. So we just have to put in the duration in there.
I mean, what the X control does is like send out, if I remember right, it sends out messages every couple seconds to update everybody and what the duration is.
Okay, where would I find? What do you know? What word I would search for that that thing that's emitted every few seconds?
No, I don't remember. It's either like it's probably got the word exclusive in it. And I'll search around while you're looking and see if I find.
I think I found it. Exclusive control status.
Yeah, it sounds like it.
Yeah, this is it. I see the delete. So now we query the database instead. And also I don't think we ever put in the time into the database. Let me see. Yeah, we do. We put in the end time. We do. Okay, so everything's set up. So we just have to delete it from the database. So for robot ID in global exclusive control, if okay, global exclusive control. So okay, so we just need to query that. Exclusive control. And exclusive control dot value. So this is exclusive control dot value. Exclusive control dot value. Okay, so instead of deleting now, we have to update the database instead to not have that record. Yeah, to not have that robot ID. Is that right? Let me see. Yeah, to not have that robot ID at all. Okay. So we can do a set. So set its robot ID. This part's kind of confusing always. This part just can be blank. Oh. Just copy this. Alright, so where we used to delete that record from global object, now we go to the database, we clear that record, we clear that record, and then that's it. We clear the record, and then it shouldn't pop up the exclusive control message anymore.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Oops. Whoa. Data is not defined. Line 2-1. Oh, looks like I'm missing a curly brace. No. It's something else. Oh, data. Here. It's not defined. Oh, we need the robot ID. Oh, it's just robot ID.
Man, this just looks strange in general.
It does, kind of.
This whole value dot
Yeah.
plus robot IDs.
Yeah. I mean, the reason why I did it that way is I'm trying to use like a dynamic key name. Like the key name is like the value of this variable robot ID. And also it's within an object. So let me show you what it looks like in the database. So like here, this is one global record. This is the exclusive control global record. So they're all these global records are going to have a name and value. So this one's value is, it's an object, or maybe it's better if we look at it this way. This one's value is an object that, has other objects in it. So that's why I do the value dot, is so that I could put in different keys into this value object. The keys being the robot IDs. There might be a better syntax to do that.
I'm just trying to understand, temp. I don't even know what's going on really. Temp objects. So I guess temp objects. What is temp object?
So temp object is these parentheses here. This one, and this one. You know that because I'm setting. Wait a second. No, the temp object is
According to this, it's just an empty dictionary.
Temp object. Yeah, I mean values will be set inside of it later.
Temp object, and then you're setting
Value.
temp.
So
okay, you're setting a key inside of that has the name value dot robot ID. So I don't see any value dot robot ID keys in here.
Well, in here, it's the dot notation is if you want to, have objects inside of objects.
Yeah, but can you do that in a string like that? I'm just saying that's kind of.
Yeah, it is weird, but
super weird.
Yeah, no, I agree.
JavaScript will take a string with a dot in it and then actually. Or is it the MongoDB that's interpreting that?
It's Mongoose that does that.
Oh, okay. It's what? Mongoose or Mongo?
Probably Mongo.
MongoDB set name. Okay, update name set temp object. Set temp object. Okay, so that weirdness is just because MongoDB uses a string. It's kind of like doing a SQL query. I just thought that Mongo got around that whole weirdness by like most of the things I see in Mongo, like your keys are actually your keys. Like I've never like needed to put a dot inside of a string that actually had meaning when using Mongo.
Well, okay, so this is the way I
Or
would like
I
to
don't
do it.
think.
This is the pretty way. I wish I could do it this way. So we want to set value. Wait, we want to set. What is it? What am I doing? Um. Oh, okay. Hold on. I'm taking one step back.
I'm just surprised that works. But you've tested that. I mean, this actually works when you do that value dot whatever.
Yeah, it works, and that's why I have data in my database like this, or in our database. I mean, this kind of looks clear if you do it this way. It's like user is X. I don't know, duration, whatever we call it, time end, I think, is
Yeah.
Y. I mean,
Yeah.
that looks better. There's two tricky things that are causing the trickiness is the dynamic robot ID for the key name, and the fact that we want it under this value node. So I don't know, how else do you do that? I don't know. And this would look better, but JavaScript does not compile this, so that's why I have to create a temp object. Like, I wish JavaScript could compile this. This being the key, whatever this evaluates to being the key. I guess we can do something like
I'd
that.
have to think of. I don't. I mean, I have no answer. Although I think the way Mongo works, I mean, you can always access something. Uh, well, I guess I haven't really used like deeply nested things in Mongo. Maybe that's why I haven't seen this.
Yeah.
But anyways, if it's working, it's working. So whatever. Not gonna worry about it.
Yeah.
For now, anyways.
Yeah. No, I'm aware it's a weird looking hack. It is a hack. There's probably some like proper way to do that. Okay. Okay, so these, what should they should not have a pop-up. That's good. Wait, so how long did you set the exclusive controls to last? They're like, what, like 5 minutes?
I don't remember, but it's.
I think it was 5
Yeah,
minutes.
it's about right. It's 5 to 10.
That's weird. And this should have done something. This should have done a pop-up. Alright, so I bought exclusive control for Marvin. What's Marvin's robot ID? Whoa, there's two Marvins? How are there two Marvins? It's probably this one, right? No, it's probably. I guess it's this one. Okay. So 488. 488. Okay, so somehow it got deleted.
But okay, I mean, part of the weirdness is maybe just. I mean, you could create an object. Like, why aren't we just creating an object that has a key? Or is. I don't know. Like, why isn't our key just the name of the thing? We're just thinking out loud here. Like, why is the key ending up being? I guess, nah, forget it.
Well, you know what?
Not gonna worry about it right now.
Maybe we can do something like this, like value. Yeah, I don't know if this works like this. And then we do the robot. Well, how do you have to evaluate? How do you do dynamic key names? Like, yeah, how do you do dynamic key names? The only way I know how to do that is like through this line right here.
Well, but in a database, no, just keep it. Just keep it. It's because I can't even really think about it right now. Like, brain's not really working well enough. But let's just like keep it how it is. If it's working fine. But what do we? Okay, so now we're trying to get the timing.
The timing.
Show.
I think it works. I think it works. So look, if I buy X control, then you immediately see in the database that for Marvin, who's 4888 or whatever 4885, he has a user Theodore, which means that this anonymous user. Hold on. This anonymous user on Marvin should not be able to control. Okay, that's good. So we see pop-ups. And at some point, it should just disappear. This record.
Yeah.
And I did see it disappear, but
okay.
I thought it was set to like 5, so it disappeared just now. But it's weird. I guess it's like only lasts like 30 seconds or something. So now that same anonymous user, they should not get that pop-up. Oh, but they still do. Wait, why is that? They still get the pop-up.
Well, it's not 5 seconds, so this is actually probably the correct behavior. It's like 5 minutes.
Well, if that's the correct behavior, then how do you?
Of.
Well, I mean the database doesn't have anybody
Yeah.
for Marvin.
What's Marvin's number?
It's 4888 or 4885.
And what are you checking for exactly?
Or I'll show you. If I click buy X control, you'll see it show up like immediately. I click that, and then if I refresh the 4885 record.
I mean, the way I had it before, like the 488 would no longer exist at all. Like it'd be gone.
Oh, okay. Then maybe.
And I see that it's still there, so I'm.
Okay.
So I'm asking, what is the logic that we're actually using?
Okay, then we could do that. Actually, I don't know how to do that. So we want to delete that record or that key entirely. We want to delete the key entirely. We set it. Maybe we set it to. I don't know.
Hey, you're not setting it. You're.
The heck? What is this? I think I did something wrong here. We're iterating through the robot IDs here. It can't be right. Oh no, that is right.
So there's something called unset. I'm just Googling. Unset will remove a field.
Okay. Unset will remove a field. The thing is, we don't want to remove a field. We want to remove a node under a field.
What?
Like here, value is our field. We want to remove a node under our field.
think we're making this a little harder than it should be. I mean, here's how I think we should do this. Create a collection of, basically use a collection as the map. And then it's like, there's either a document there or there's not. So the document has the robot ID and it has the time. And then when you want to put one of these entries in, you just stick a document into the into the collection, and when you want to rip it out, you just pull the document out of the collection. It seems like that's easier than sort of having a collection of, I mean, this is like nesting. That's kind of like what I just said, but it's nested all within one entry, kind of. But nesting it into that entry kind of makes things more complicated.
Yeah, it does. It's just, I wanted to put it under the globals collection because it's one of the global variables, and I wanted all of the global variables to be in this collection.
I mean, arguably the robots are all global variables, and everything's, all the accounts are global variables, and so it's, the chat message log is global, kind of. You know what I mean? Like, all this stuff could be considered global.
Wait, when I say global, I just mean whatever, like these things. Anything that does global dot currently.
Yeah. I'm just saying yeah, I understand you're kind of like doing a direct translation from JavaScript, kind of, but what I'm saying is, as soon as you're using a database, it's global, so you don't have to like create a global document in the database. We can just use a collection as a map object, essentially.
Yeah.
And I think that'll make everything easier.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. All right. Let's see. Yeah, that's a good point.
It's also, I think it'll be easier to read. I mean,
let's call it then. I don't know. Exclusive controls. So now the name. Wait, what did I just change? Oops. Okay, so now we don't need this name thing anymore, and it's just gonna be an object. Wait. So that's a collection. So now we query by the robot ID. Man, I don't know if I should show that. Hold on. I was trying to figure out if it's camel cased or what in the database.
like the collections, they're like underscore.
No, not well. The keys in the collection, they're probably also underscored.
Yeah, they're underscore, like under robots and stuff.
Yeah. So this is data.robotID now. So we find that, and then we just set, okay, we set the user to be this. Robot ID. True. Exclusive exclusive controls. Man. Exclusive controls. Okay, so we found one exclusive control document. So that's what that is. So there's no dot value anymore. Wait, we don't even need robot ID and exclusive control that value because we found it by the robot ID. Okay, so we don't need that robot ID. So basically, we just check that it's not undefined. Wait, was it? Oops. Yeah, so we check that it's not undefined. And then we call just .user on it. Okay. So this, we just put this in. We can change this. We need the robot ID. Where is that coming from? For all robot IDs in exclusive control dot value. Wait, let me look at what production was again. Global exclusive control. Okay, so we find all of them. Exclusive control. Exclusive controls for for robot ID. That's right. Exclusive controls. I guess it's dot robot ID now. Wait, no. We need the end time. So it's a robot ID dot end time. Let's just do it like this instead. Robot ID dot end time. Don't need that. This is exclusive controls. We update that particular robot ID, so it would be robot ID. What is it? Robot ID dot robot ID. Okay. Maybe it's better if we call that robot. Robot.
I mean, what is it? A robot or a robot?
It's an object with 3 keys, with the robot ID, the user, and the end time.
Okay.
Okay, and then we wait. So we. Oh, so
We're
you said
still
there's
accessing this variable called robot, capital I, capital T. Okay, you just deleted it, so.
Yeah, so we don't need this anymore either. What is status string result? I think we can probably status string result.
This is the string that it sends in the so what it does here is it constructs a little crappy message that's like how many seconds are remaining and stuff, and then it sends it.
Oh. And does that ever get displayed on the UI?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That is what gets displayed, that message.
Okay.
It's not, you don't have to do it like that. As long as, let's see, I'm not, okay, if remaining is less than 0, the user's controls run out, okay. If it's greater than 0, that's...
Wait, we need to do that unset thing. You said it was called unset?
Yeah. Yeah, so it's good that we're fixing this, because this was pretty hacked up. The way that it was working, like on the old version, is this: it was always kind of displaying this string, but the string was like empty unless it actually got updated with, it was always like displaying a string of some sort. It just didn't have like timer on it unless somebody was actually using the robot.
Yeah.
Under exclusive control, which was pretty hacky because it really shouldn't have had anything when nobody was exclusively controlling.
Yeah, so now what? Now it... Well, we should move this then. For robot.
But let's just emit. I mean, the way to do it right... No, don't move it. Hold on. Wait, why are you moving it? Just maybe you should. I just don't know why you're moving.
I just moved it because it's still gonna emit it.
Yeah, you always want it to emit it because you want the system to get the update even when it's shutting off, basically. So you always want to emit the message. We just want to handle it more carefully when it actually arrives on the other side.
Okay.
Like, let's just state, like, how do we want it to actually behave?
Wait,
on
before
the client side?
I even think about that,
Okay.
I still haven't finished the unset thing.
Okay.
Remove the fields. Oh, okay. So we just want to. We don't need unset anymore. We need delete.
Yeah.
Remove. What is it? So find. What? Okay, it's probably as simple as we don't even need to do this. I guess that's probably it. I guess we've never used a remove before in our code base. All right. Well, this is probably it. Remove that. That's it. Robot ID. Okay. Let's see if that works. So don't need any of that. Oh, toString of undefined app 2126. 2126 right here. toString of undefined robot.robot ID is undefined. Robot in exclusive controls. Oh, we never. Wait, where do we insert? Here. Oh, we never set the robot ID. Wait, no. Update. Oh yeah, we never set the robot ID. Okay. Wait, what? $21.26 again. Oh, wait. What? Robot. Okay. Robot is 0. Exclusive controls is correct, right? It's an array. Wait, it's an array of objects. But that first one. So when we do in, it iterates through an array. So robot should be the first element of that array. Here's our array. Robot should be the first element of that array, but it's not. It's 0 instead. What does that mean?
I don't know. Let's see. Exclusive controls. Let me see. What was exclusive controls again? So exclusive controls is a list with a dictionary inside of it, I guess. Okay. And then we're saying what? Robot in exclusive. Are you sure in even works?
Probably not. Yeah, it looks like you can do it in. Oh, wait. in array. Oh no, it's the index. Okay. Okay, it's the index. Let's just do RI for index. And robot equals exclusive controls. Is that the best way to do it? It's kind of
I mean,
not
usually
concise.
I would actually just use like the C version and just like count a number. Just because I don't trust JavaScript with anything.
What is it? Exclusive controls. Did I get that right, or am I off by like one?
That looks good. That's good.
Okay, so now if I click exclusive control, should have created a new collection called exclusive controls. That's good. Okay. So I think it probably should work.
Okay.
No? Something's not working. Okay. Oh, okay. That worked. The heck?
Oh, cool. Let's see. I can't see. Let's see. What are we? Another user. So, are we checking the time thing? I just can't see it. I don't know if it's not on the screen or. Or we
No.
did we handle that yet? I guess not.
Yeah, no, we did.
What are we
We
checking
did.
right now?
We did handle that. So everything works. The exclusive control lasts, I don't know, it seems like 30 seconds or something. So we might want to change that number. And also, we still don't have payment implemented yet. So right now, you can just you can click this to get exclusive control without, actually, without there being any verifying that you actually paid. So, but other than that, it seems everything seems to be working fine. So if I'm logged in as Theodore though, it should work. Yeah. Okay, cool.
Okay, let's implement the message that shows the time because we can use that
Okay.
as we're working.
The heck. All right. So here is the string.
So what I meant is I think the bad thing about this is that it's using a string. I think we change it to send an object that sends the user and the. I mean, you can do it either way, I guess. But I mean, what do you think? I'm thinking it's cleaner to send an object that's structured that just has like a user, a robot ID, and a remaining time, and then on the client side, we'll interpret those correctly to show it to the user.
Wait, where does it get shown to the user? How does it get shown to the user?
There has to be like a graphical component to do. Like on the old version, there's another div that's right under the view that gets populated with this string.
Okay. Okay. All right. So let's see. Currently, it sends it for every. Wait. Find. Oh, okay. Status string result. So so we want to make it an object. Status result. Status results. Robot user. Let's do robot ID. I'll just call it time remaining.
Wait a minute. So it's just like just do like status result singular, and then the key is like user equals robot user, and then the next key would be like robot ID, and then the next key would be like remaining. So it would have a user, a robot ID, and a remaining key that go into the result dictionary.
Okay, wait, say that again. I'm trying to follow. I mean, right now it's
just do status results singular. Let's just keep it just not that that really matters, but to me it's just one result, just with different parts. And then I mean I need those lines there to know what the things are that okay. So there's robot user, so I would put that under the key user. And then there's robot.robot.id.toString. I put that under a key called robot ID. And then this math.round remaining, I put under a key named remaining.
Okay, but that object lives in what? In an array? What is status result here to you?
To me, that's just one status result would just be one message that is the user, the robot ID, and the remaining time. And then on the client side, it would say this user is already active, and here's how much time they have left. Whatever. I mean, it could the client side could use those three pieces of information however it wants, but that'd be enough for it to like do the right thing.
Yeah, the thing is, like, we want to emit this one emission is going to contain the statuses of all the robots, right? Or are you thinking just one of the robots?
Is it?
Yeah, currently.
No, it just emits. I mean, right now it emits
the ones that have exclusive control, but it's plural. I mean, it could be more than one.
Let me look. Maybe
it's right under here. I mean,
fine. No, I mean this emit is only for one thing. It's only for one. I mean, there are multiple emits because this exclusive control find is gonna. I don't even know what I'm saying, but what does this exclusive control find actually do? So function, does it actually execute this function on every?
No, it does it once.
It's a list.
It does it once, yeah.
Exclusive controls. Oh, okay. I see. Okay, that's what you're just doing.
Or, yeah, right? Yeah. Can I tell you like what I meant to write, or what I was trying to do? Wait, let me get rid of this.
Okay, so you set up a for loop. Yeah. I see. You're constructing one big object.
Yeah.
That's not how it worked before.
It's not? Okay, let's take a look.
I don't think so.
Okay, so this is prod. Yeah, it is how it. Wait, is it not? Robot ID. It is. It emits one big object.
Oh, yeah. That's right. Yeah, because I forgot it.
Right.
It's kind of it was super hacky. So just like if 20 different people were controlling 20 different robots, that string would just dump out all of them, even though the user doesn't need to know all of that stuff.
Yeah, well, I think it's better this way, rather than like filtering for which is the relevant, because then there could be so many like emissions happening or messages being passed through, unless we like filter for that too. But that sounds just like more complicated. I think like if we just keep it the way we have it, and then on the client side, just
I mean, it's okay for now because there's not many robots. It's okay. It doesn't really scale, but it's like it's okay for now because there's only a few robots on the site.
Yeah.
So I mean, we can just keep it. Yeah, you can just. So yeah, what you're doing totally makes sense. Just stick them all on an object and display the object somehow.
Let's go with that. So so now we need to find where it used to receive that. control status. It's like this. Okay, and then we can put that now on one of the React components, like maybe the main one. Probably just the main view on this one here. All right, so just another socket.on. It's going to be called exclusive control status. And let's see, so when it receives that, so it used to just display, what is that, a div? Something? Okay. Okay, yeah, so it either hides or displays a div. So let's see. Okay, so this could be like a new component. Oh, doesn't even have to be a new component. It'll just be like a div, yeah, under, I don't know, like design-wise, if we could design it however we want, where would be the optimal place to put those messages?
Well, you only need to show okay, so one thing I don't think they need to, well, one could argue that maybe they do want to, let me think first, like, do they actually want to see, like, all of them or only one? And then,
Probably only one. I mean, we can easily filter for that. But if it is only one, where on the page should we see it?
I would put it where it was before, which was, well, okay, I mean, I don't really care if it's at the top or the bottom, but it was like at the bottom of the view.
Yeah.
Right at the bottom of it. It's got to be close to the view or they're not going to see it. It was like right under the actual video.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, so right under the video is somewhere here, canvas container. It's probably right under the canvas container. So it can just be like I don't know what looks good. Could be a small card, it could be a div, it could be a span. Let's try a div. It could be a heading. It could be like a heading. No, let's just do a div. Just right under there, it'll just be a div, and currently it'll just, let's do a, shoot, this might be actually dangerous to do it this way, because the components, they re-render when any of the props changes. So that means that if I put the X control status on this main page, main views prop, it's going to re-render the video too, which is costly. So we can put it into its own component. It's kind of annoying. Is that really the only way? Let's see what we did for chat messages. Yeah, I think that's what we did for chat messages and the activity box too. Yeah. All right, we'll just call it. We'll call it like a X control box, or I don't know. X control activity box. X control status box. So that's it, and we don't need the emit here really. X control status box. Alright, we can load it right now. Status box. X control status box. Okay. We can copy like activity box, I guess. X control status box. Okay. All right, so we need to so we need to initialize it. It's kind of simple. X control status box reducer. X control status box reducer. There's another one here. X control status box reducer. Okay. Div. Oops. It's div. Robot ID. Status, X control status box. Okay. Receive X. Receive. Okay, so I think it's all set up. We just need to implement some of the actions and stuff. So, okay. Containers, actions. Okay, so we need a new reducer. First of all, we can put the actions just in the one file that has all the actions right now. It's just the main page actions. So we need actions called receive X control status stuff. So we can just follow the activity message stuff. So it's going to be called receive X control status. Oh, I should name it receive X control status, not X control status box. Receive X control status. Receive X control status. Export receive X control status. Okay, so that means we've exported it there. That means we can use it up here in the actions. We need one more initialize X control status box. Let's look for another initialize. Where's the activity box? Initialize X control status box. Initialize X control status box. Okay, so when that happens, oh, we want a new reducer. Alright, so this is going to be called X control status box reducer. The reducer is what will keep track of the state. We can just follow what we did with the activity box reducer. Okay, so this would be called X control status box reducer. X control status box. This one is what? Receive X control status reducer. Receive X control status. Initialize. Alright, receive X control status reducer. So this will set the X control status for that robot. I guess we'll just call it, like, I don't know, X control status. X controls. Oh, well, I guess we can just call it robot ID and status. So the robot ID is whatever is coming in. Dot robot ID. Do another set status. Go to action dot status. Okay, don't need all of that. That's about it, I think. Initial state. Okay, we need to add it to the initial state in the models. It's called X control status box. It's called X control status box. So this is the initial state. It can just be empty. Okay, and then we need to add it to one more thing that controls all the reducers. So we just added one more reducer. It's called X control status box reducer. Probably called X control status box reducer, I think. X control status box reducer. Okay. So I think okay. So now we're almost there. We just need to receive the X control status, which we are right here, and then we need to pass it to the action, it in the form of an object, but it already is the server. Let's see, it's going to pass us what is it called? Exclusive control status. So it emits status result, which was just an, what was it? It was a list. No, it was an object that has keys of robot IDs, and those keys have object values, which have a user and time remaining keys, or yeah, keys and values. So here we just need a filter for the relevant robot ID, because we only want to display the robot ID that the user is currently looking at. So here we could receive a prop called robot ID. Let me fill that in then. So that's comes from the main view thing. It was called X control status box. So here we pass in the robot ID, and that is equal to, we get it from the main page reducers state. It's probably just called robot ID. Yeah. So now we filter for the one that matches, the object that matches this robot ID. So in receive X control status, I mean, we can just filter it in like a function inside of right here. So let's do this. Like, I'll just call it dispatch receive X control status. That's a function. Take in data. So I'll change this to dispatch. All right. So here we let's filter for only the one that matches. How do you do this? It's like this. Filter for only the one that matches the robot ID. So how do we do that? Filter for the key. So it's an object that has many robot ID keys. That's what data is. So we want, so it's not, we don't even want to filter, we just want the key. So it's just robot ID. So that'll find us the right key, and that key, that object will have, it'll look like this part here, just the user and the time remaining. So we want to pass that to our action, which was called receive X control status. What? It's called receive X control status. Okay, so that so it's an object, just two values, user, time remaining. I guess we could throw in the robot ID just in case we need it, but maybe it's fine. Okay, so now our action should receive that. It's called receive X control status. What? Receive X control status right here. Okay, it's going to do some stuff. It doesn't really do anything. It really forwards it to the reducer, which was here, receive X control status reducer. So that needs to, that's going to take the, from that incoming parameter, it's going to take the key called robot ID, set it to the state value. In the state, it's going to set the value, or the key called robot ID to the value of that.
Is that the ref, that robot ID? Robot underscore ID, is that like...
It's not the ref, it's the parameter that's coming in. So so this thing where my cursor is, this thing, whatever I just highlighted, that's action, this thing right here. So that thing has the two keys, robot ID and status, is that right? I thought we named it something else. Exclusive control status. Oh, we name. Wait, what is status? It's called time remaining. It's a time remaining. So I don't know what status was meant to be. Let's change it to time remaining. That's what we're going to display on the UI. It's the actual time remaining. And this will be also called time remaining. Yeah, time remaining. Okay, so now we just have to display that on the front end. That's right here. Right now it's just going to display it as text. Just simple text in a div. Oh, it should be user, not robot ID. So some user has it for a certain amount of time. We could even do something like this. Say user : space time remaining. Alright, it'll be a miracle if this compiles like right off the bat. There's no way. I must have missed something. Oh, nice. Compiled. What the heck?
That's good.
If it works right off the bat, then that'll be crazy.
I'm usually suspicious when my code has no syntax errors. Freshly written.
Yeah. Wait, so what was I doing? Oh yeah, so we expect to see like a message under the video if somebody's X controlling it. It says right here, you can kind of see it's black. So nobody currently is X controlling Skippy. Let's try like Marvin though. Wait, we need, okay, so I'm Theodore. I'm gonna click X control. Oh shoot, that didn't do anything. Wait, why is that? It didn't do anything. I mean, it should be emitting those X control status messages, right? Let's see.
Yeah.
What the heck? Console.log. Control status. Let's go into 5. Exclusive control status. So when when it receives this, it should dispatch, or at least call this function. We can put a debugger in there, or even a, well, whatever, debugger. So we should at least hit that. We can start there. Okay. Okay, so we see it is emitting those status messages. And then, oh, wait. I mean, it should have, oh yeah, we need to open the console for it to hit the debug. Okay. So it did hit the debug, that's good. And data should, whoa, data has this weird object in it. It's under 1. Oh, room cam, the robot ID is 1, so that's correct. Time remaining 27. User Theodore. I mean, that looks fine so far.
Okay.
So what if I do... Wait, what is robot ID? It should be 1. So what if I do data robot ID? It should just pull out the right one. Okay. Oh, it's going to keep hitting this debug point. Okay, I want to choose a different robot. I guess it doesn't matter. Okay, so now... Oh, what? Oh, because there's no robots under exclusive control. So now if I click this, and then open the... hit our debug point, now there should be, yeah, Marvin. Time remaining and a user. Alright, so it's gotten at least that far. Then should go to the action. The action's going to change the state. Well, the action goes to the reducer, which then changes the state. And then it just displays what's in the state. Get user. And then, okay, you know what? I guess we can look in the reducer right now, right here, I think. Well, I guess we can't for some reason. What the heck? Wait, that doesn't make sense. Why would I not be able to access that? I can access robot ID. X control status box reducer. Huh. I can access robot ID. Just why is that 1? Wait, what? The heck? That's weird. I'm not getting that reducer. Oh, there it is. No. Hold on. Let's get rid of that debug. It's annoying. Why is the robot ID 1 still? I don't know. But we can go into the actions. Well, better. Let's go into the reducer. Oh, okay. Let's see if it's getting caught here. Oh, that's one problem.
What happened?
The reason why the robot ID is still 1 is because we only... Wait, no, never mind. I don't know. I don't know why the robot ID is still 1. That's a separate problem. I think that's a smaller problem. So for now, we can just see if this reducer thing is getting hit, which I can't imagine it wouldn't. Oh, my bad. Oh, that worked. It's working. You can see it counting down. Alright, let me change the color of that. Let me just change the color. So we give it a class name. Is this how it works? Yeah, give it a class name. We'll call it like X control status. And then the styles. Somewhere here. Just make it a white, I guess, for now.
Yeah, I don't know which thing. Like the text, white?
Yeah, the text. Hold on. Actually, is there... Yeah. And also, we shouldn't show that at all if there are no X controllers.
Right.
So we can do what do we do here? Okay, how about this? How about if there's an X control status box reducer dot get user. If there is that, then return that. Otherwise, just do null. Yeah, that should be it. Let me get rid of the debuggers. All right, so hold on, it's not even rendering. Did I typo something? Oh, I typoed something. Or it didn't compile. Oh, wait. What? Huh. I don't see the syntax error. So if this thing .get users true, just returns this. Otherwise, return null. Somewhere in there, there's a syntax error. says unexpected token. What am I missing? Do I just need a return? Maybe I need a return. Word return. Okay, here, let's just extract that into a function, I guess. Call it render text. Text. Okay, so if that didn't really do anything. So if that return, how about I just do if that, then return this. Oh, whoops. Return that, else return null. Okay, that compiled. Okay. Alright, so if I X control Pam, you should see something pop up here at the bottom. You see that?
Cool.
It doesn't really tell you what that is. Maybe we can put the word X control or something.
Yeah.
We can center it too. Just a text align center might work. And then maybe even font weight bold. Okay. X control. X control. X control is enabled. X control is X control is currently enabled. How about X control is currently enabled by user? Oops. By user. With time remaining. Okay. All right, Rick. After this, I'm gonna go eat dinner, and I think I'm done for the night. I'm gonna sleep early. I'm still trying to recover fully from the virus. Let's see if it works though. I mean, the only thing we need to do to fully complete X control is we need to validate their payment. We need to validate that they've paid somehow. And then, I mean, we could do like the PayPal webhook stuff since we know how to do that. Or, I don't know. We can try to implement like credits again.
There was already some code in there to do that with Stripe.
Yeah. But the way, I mean, maybe I didn't understand the way that was implemented. I probably didn't. But it was like changing the styling of a div, right? Like from display true or whatever, display true to display none. And that's how you sort of validated or verified that they've paid. Or am I saying that right? I don't know, my brain's starting to like fall apart. But it's like if they've paid, then you hide the modal or something like that.
I think I don't remember exactly, but it was something like when they paid for it successfully, then the thing happened.
Right. I have tried though on the old website. Like if you open up the developer tools, you can hide that payment modal, and you can take X control without paying.
If you open up developer, you can easily get around it.
Yeah.
In probably multiple ways, but I think the way it was working was the payment triggered the start of the X control. Like maybe a callback or something. I don't know.
I see. So even though you could hide the payment thing, is that right? I mean, if you hid the payment thing, wouldn't you get like free access to X control without paying?
I think if you just like execute the correct function, you get free access. But the user would just have to know the right function to execute in JavaScript. It just didn't happen unless you did a payment, through the UI.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we can think about that. That's a big problem, I think. I mean, like the whole payment.
Well, the point of it at first is just to see if anybody clicks on it. But yeah, I mean, once we start having attackers, which we don't have yet, then it actually starts to matter. It's not like anybody's trying to steal X. I don't think anybody's ever tried to steal X control. I don't know. I don't think it's ever happened, actually, even once.
Yeah.
But so I think maybe somebody told us that you can or something.
Yeah. Yeah, well, we'll have to think about it. But I think this looks good. Like if you check out my screen, click on this. See that?
Yeah, I mean it looks really good. Yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
But I mean, you could use this. I mean, it doesn't really matter if it's Stripe or PayPal. I just thought Stripe was better than PayPal for most things.
Yeah, probably.
Just in terms of ease of use, probably more people have PayPal though. I don't know. I'm just saying you could just use the existing Stripe code to do it. It doesn't need to be changed. All you need to do is maybe enhance security if you want to, but that's probably a pretty small tweak.
Okay, well, we'll try it with the existing the code from the old site next time, and then we'll understand it better, I guess, and see.
I guess long term. I mean, admittedly the way that it's just not a good right now. It's still not a good UI. I mean, with the Stripe, I think the main issue is that it's kind of a lame UI in general. It's not like anyway. It needs some work, but I mean, just for the immediate. I want to just restore functionality first. So the first thing just be to restore it how it was, and then we can always
Yeah.
enhance later. Anyways,
Okay, I pushed
yeah.
everything. Um, I mean, I won't push it onto prod because we don't have the payment implemented, so anyone can just block anybody. Um, but yeah, I'll look into that tomorrow.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll talk to you later then.
All right.
Okay.
Talk to you
All
later.
right. See ya. Bye.
Yeah.
Crap. Did wait, what?